Hey guys, Adrian here, like a cool man, kid guru, whatever you want to call me. Anyways, guys, here for another video today on application suite called Open Office. So I'm sorry I haven't got a lot of videos out lately. I know it was a 4-day weekend. I had a lot of time, but I was kind of busy and doing a lot of stuff, and a lot of that was also being on Call of Duty Black Ops. I also recently, my friend or the guy who also runs the channel with me, We493, or Josh, as you may know him, got a PVR, so we'll be getting some high definition gameplay, commentaries, tips, tricks, map guides, a lot of that cool stuff for you guys. We're thinking about doing that on a separate channel, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, for this video, guys, I want to talk about something I've been recently using a lot in terms of productivity suites, the productivity suite, and something to replace Microsoft Office. Now, Microsoft Office is great. I use it at school a lot, and I also have the actually no, I don't use Microsoft Office on my Mac. I use the iLife suite. But I was looking for a free alternative, and a lot of you already know of OpenOffice, and if you may have heard of it, you may have not. If you haven't, it's a great alternative to the Microsoft Office suite. My trial ran out for Office, and I didn't really feel like buying the new one. I want to try something free first off to see. Obviously, free is better. Or it's not free doesn't always equal better, but in my opinion, I think OpenOffice in this way, free is better. Just because obviously you don't have to pay the $80 for the student edition, and you really get mostly everything that you would get in Office, and sometimes you even get more features. Now, obviously there's a little bit of a learning curve. Some things may be a little bit different, but for the most part, everything I do in terms of typing a basic essay, I can do that all without, needing to know where anything is changed. There's no button change or anything like that in the actual program. Anyways, OpenOffice is cross-platform, so I believe it works on Linux, it works on Mac and Windows, so you can get it for either of your operating systems. Once you downloaded it, I'm going to go through a little bit of the ones I actually have here. Now, this is the one that is going to replace Microsoft Word. Now, that's basically the one I mainly use, and this is called OpenOffice Writer, as I readjust the window here. OpenOffice Writer, as you can see here, it looks exactly the same as Word would, or, the basics of it. I can type in text, and that's one of the features it also does. It does that auto, spelling, so if it knows you're going to spell I guess, hang on, themselves, or if it's something that you've been typing frequently, when I notice that, it automatically will try and guess at something that you're trying to type, which is also a useful feature. I'm sure there's something like that in Word. But again, this is free. They have some great little tools here. It's like one of the ones I had to use for a project. You do these shapes within your Word document. And it's just really, simple, easy to use, and I really like the interface. It's user friendly, easy to use, and great as a Word document, editor, Word processor. This is the second one. I haven't used this much because I haven't needed to make a PowerPoint, but this replaces obviously Microsoft PowerPoint. Same basics. You can you can see your normal view. You can change your layout here of how you want to do it. You can see the outline. You can add notes. You can add a handout if you want to add like a little handout for people when you're presenting. And what this does is obviously make presentations. You can insert pictures, movies, or insert charts. I believe they also come with some backgrounds. You can do interactions. You can do your transitions. All of that's the same. And of course, you can edit your slide design and stuff like that if if you miss doing all that in your regular PowerPoint creator, or PowerPoint. And here, of course, everything looks the same. You can new slide. In the basics, you can do table designs here, custom animations for when you actually click in the slide transition. Everything is pretty self-explanatory. It's user-friendly, which I really like about OpenOffice, and it's a ton of features for free, so you can't complain really. Right, I'm gonna discard that. Next one. Now, this is one actually I don't think really comes with Microsoft Office. This is called OpenOffice.org Draw, and what this allows you to do is draw logos. You can draw logos. You can draw. Not necessarily for picture editing. I think they describe it as, let me see here. It says it draws more of a, it's a flow chart for flow charts, and adding those, just I guess visual art. More you can add stuff here, and you can take the tools and you can add, hang on here. Let me get this. Where is it? This line tool, and you can change your line styles, arrow styles. This is more for adding like. If you're showing not necessarily graphs, but I should say graphics and stuff like that, then this is a great tool, and you can change the line you want to use here, and you can pick your slide here. I haven't really used this as much, but I mean, again, this is just something you can use for showing. You can create logos on here. You can make what do you call that, flow charts, and obviously if you've never seen those are things that kind of lead from one chart to another. Great for projects, I guess, if you have anything like that, and you can add little call outs and stuff like that. If you want to add a call out, you can click here and then make one and then put text in it. You know, all that stuff. It's just more for graphical use. Now, one more you're more familiar with. Obviously, if you've seen this, if you have to use Excel, this is more for a work environment. And I should mention, the great thing about this, most of these have support for Microsoft Office. So let's say you use one of these and then you want to go to your work, your school, and save, or open the document there. It'll save as long as you can save it as the right format. For example, if I save this, I can hit Save As, and then the window pops up wherever it may be. Okay, there you go. I can say Save As, and you can see here I can save it as an ODS worksheet, which is for OpenOffice. But if I scroll down here, I have options to save it for Microsoft Excel 95 2000 XP. So that's an .xls file, and that's usually what most Excel, or current Excel versions use, the .xls format. So it's backwards compatible with the previous Microsoft Offices and the current ones. So that's what's really great about it. You can edit it at home. You can edit it anywhere that you may not have Office, and then wherever you do have Office, you can put it down there and make all your changes, etc. So it's really, really great. It's compatible, and this is called OpenOffice Calc. This does all of your spreadsheets and stuff like that, and most of the functions are self-explanatory. You still have your statement bar up here for your input, inputs for equations, stuff like that, if you're doing anything like that. Everything looks relatively the same. The function wizard's also usually about the same. It gives you all your function commands here. Again, really featured pack. Last but not least, it's called OpenOffice.org Math. Now, this is something that Office doesn't utilize as well. This is for math signs. You can create math equations using this. You can use booleans, what they have here for like divisions and stuff like that. So you can type in your equation down here. So, for example, if I type in 2 plus 2 equals, and then I can fill in the thing here, and I can just add different elements here. So if I want to set operations, supersets, non-subsets. I personally hate math, but if you're into math and this is a great program to actually set up equations. You can work out all the commands here, and then it should fill it in for and you can obviously solve it and stuff like that. Really great for, I guess, for math class if you have a project or anything like that, or if you just need something with numbers that can solve equations and calculate and stuff like that. OpenOffice.org/math, or not slash, but OpenOffice.org math program will do that. All right, guys. So that is OpenOffice, a really great productivity suite. Didn't mean to talk too long here. Really, my recommendation for the week, or for any, I know I haven't done a lot of videos lately, but if there's any app suite that you think you should pick up there, you got a new computer, anything like that, building a new one, reformatted Windows, whatever it may be, do check out OpenOffice.org. And then this, again, goes for you Mac users and you Linux users. Anyways, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you guys in the next video.